Chapter 1. The adventure begins. A great journey begins with the first step, and for young trainer Ash, this step was the moment he had been waiting for. With his trusted companion, Pikachu, he had only one desire: to become the greatest Pokemon trainer. The sun rose on the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink. Ash stood in front of his mother's house, feeling excitement running through him to the core. His mother approached him, smiling. "Here's your first Pokemon, Ash," she said, handing him a small Charmander whose tail glowed with a faint flame. Ash took the Pokemon into his arms and felt his heart fill with joy. He leaned down and stroked Charmander's ear, smiling. "We'll be invincible, won't we, Pikachu?" he asked, turning to his faithful friend. Pikachu nodded, eyes sparkling and full of determination. From this moment their great epic story began, full of battles, friendship, and discoveries. Ash and his Pokemon set off to conquer gyms, battle other trainers, and explore a world full of mysteries and wonders. Their journey had just begun, and there were still many adventures ahead that they could only dream of. But they were ready for anything, because they were a team, an inextricable bond between the trainer and his Pokemon, ready to overcome any obstacles on the way to the top. Chapter 2. Confrontation with a mysterious rival. Ash and his faithful companions, Pikachu and Charmander, continued their journey through lush forests and breathtaking mountains, meeting a variety of Pokemon and trainers along the way. Each meeting brought them new experiences and lessons, making them stronger and wiser. However, one day, their calm journey was disrupted by a strange rival who appeared on their way. It was a mysterious trainer named Zephyr. Okay, who do we have here?" Zephyr said, as he walked onto the path and blocked the path of Ash and his friends. "You must think you're a great trainer, right? Well, let's see how strong you really are." Ash and his Pokemon looked at Zephyr with bewilderment, but were ready to accept his challenge. The fight began, and Zephyr turned out to be a worthy opponent, his Pokemon demonstrating unusual and powerful techniques. The battle was intense and both sides fought with all their strength and skill. In the end, Ash managed to win, but he felt that this fight was only the beginning of their confrontation with a mysterious opponent. "We'll meet again, Ash," Zephyr said, disappearing into the shadows of the forest. "And next time, I'll be even more prepared." Ash looked after him, his heart beating faster with excitement. He knew that new challenges and rivalries lay ahead, but he was ready to take on the challenge and become the best trainer the Pokemon world had ever known. Chapter 3. Secrets of the Mysterious Pokemon. After meeting Zephyr, Ash and his friends continued their journey, but they felt that something strange was happening around them. Not far from the town they were planning to visit, they came across a mysterious Pokemon that seemed lost and alone. This Pokemon looked unusual. Its body was surrounded by a glowing halo, and its eyes emitted a mysterious light. Ash and his friends approached him cautiously but curiously. "Who are you?" Ash asked, but the Pokemon only remained silent, as if not understanding his words. Charmander and Pikachu moved closer, trying to calm down this mysterious Pokemon. Suddenly, the Pokemon began to make strange sounds, similar to a song that sounded like a part of nature. Ash and his friends were fascinated by the tune, and they realized that this Pokemon was special. They decided to call him Sleepwalker because his glow resembled moonlight. They continued their journey with Lunatic, and his presence brought them peace and protection. But the question of his origin remained a mystery, which Ash and his friends were determined to solve. Thus began a new chapter of their adventures, in which they had to uncover the secrets of the mysterious Pokemon and understand what impact it would have on their future destinies. Chapter 4. Discovery of the secret of Sleepwalker's origin. Ash and his friends decided to go to the city to find out more about Sleepwalker and perhaps find answers to their questions about his origins. Along the way, they met a wise old man who lived in the outskirts of the city and had heard many stories about Pokemon. "Ah, Mooney," the old man muttered as Ash told him about his encounter with the mysterious Pokemon. "It is an ancient Pokemon that is the subject of legends. It is associated with moonlight and is considered the protector of the night." The old man told them about ancient legends, where Lunatic was known as a Pokemon with strength and wisdom, capable of bringing peace and tranquility to the world of people and Pokemon. "But where can I find it?" Ash asked, feeling that they had found the key to Sleepwalker's mystery. "The Sleepwalker appears only on special nights, and the mood is at its peak," answered the old man. "But you need to be careful. Its power can be either a blessing or a curse, depending on your intention. Ash and his friends thanked the old man for his advice and decided to go to the place where Sleepwalker was rumored to often appear. They decided to reveal all the secrets of this mysterious Pokemon and accept it into their team, if he allows it. Thus began their nightly expedition in search of Lunatic, full of anticipation and excitement, but also caution and respect for the power of this ancient Pokemon. Chapter 5. Meeting Sleepwalker. Full of hope and anticipation, Ash's group set out on an overnight expedition, following the old man's advice. They entered a dark forest, illuminated only by the soft light of the moon, and moved forward, walking carefully through dangerous terrain. Suddenly, in the distance, they saw a shine of light that seemed like moonlight reflected from the Pokemon. The hearts of Ash and his friends began to beat faster. It could be Mooney. As they approached, they saw Mooney standing before them in all his majestic beauty. His brilliant body radiated calm and wisdom, and his eyes looked at them with incomprehensible depth. "Mooney," Ash spoke in a quiet voice, "we would like to know more about you. We are seeking your help in our adventures." The Sleepwalker didn't make a sound, but his look spoke volumes. Suddenly, he began to emit soft sounds, like a melodious song. Ash and his friends felt how this affected their souls, filling them with peace and inspiration. Ash realized that Mooney wanted to tell them something, not with words, but with the emotions and energy he was emitting. He felt that this Pokemon was their protector and guide in this world full of dangers and mysteries. From that moment on, Mooney became part of Ash's team, bringing his wisdom and strength to their adventures. Having united with him, they continued their journey, ready to take on all the challenges that lay ahead of them, together as one inextricable team. Ash and his friends went to a place where Sleepwalker was rumored to often appear, an ancient forest surrounded by a mystical aura. The night was dark, but the moon shone brightly, illuminating the way for the trainers and their Pokemon. As they moved deeper into the forest, they felt the air fill with a mysterious energy, their hearts beating in unison with the rhythm of the night. Suddenly, Sleepwalker stood in front of them, his glow creating a magical atmosphere around them. "Mooney," Ash whispered, feeling his heart fill with awe. "We want to learn your secrets, and perhaps become your friends and protectors." Lunatic slowly approached them, his eyes shining with a soft light, emitting wisdom and calm. Ash and his friends felt their souls connecting with this mysterious Pokemon, as if they were destined to meet. Sleepwalker's trained voice rang into their minds, informing them of his past and his intentions. It turned out that Lunatic was the guardian of the world, resting under the moonlight, and his power was intended to serve goodness and justice. Ash and his friends promised to protect Sleepwalker and help him in his mission, and Sleepwalker, in turn, agreed to accept them into his team. Thus began a new chapter of their adventures, in which they became allies of the ancient Pokemon, ready to fight for peace and harmony in the world of Pokemon and humans. Chapter 6. New challenges emerging. With Sleepwalker on his team, Ash and his friends continued their journey, but now with the sense of confidence and hope that this powerful Pokemon brought. They explored new places, met different trainers and Pokemon, but always remained faithful to their sworn friendship. However, along with new friends, new challenges also came. On the path of Ash and his friends, strong trainers appear, whose Pokemon were on par with their own. The battles became increasingly difficult, and trainers had to use all their strength, skill and strategy to achieve victory. But their greatest challenge came when they faced dark forces bent on bringing destruction and chaos to the world. Ash and his friends discovered a plot hatched by sinister trainers who wanted to harness the power of Pokemon for their own selfish ends. With Sleepwalker proving to be the key to stopping this conspiracy, they were able to confront this evil and save the world from danger. This fight was one of the most difficult, but it made them even stronger and closer to each other. Thus, they continued their journey, accepting every challenge that came their way and continuing to build their own legend of friendship, strength and protection of the world. Chapter 7. The path to new horizons. With every stage passed and every challenge defeated, Ash and his friends only became stronger and wiser. Their journey was not just an adventure, but a true path of self-discovery and growth. They met various Pokemon, each of which taught them something new. They learned about friendship, loyalty, willpower and the importance of support in difficult times. With Lunatic on the team, they learned to value the harmony between humans and Pokemon, and to use his wisdom and power in the name of good and justice. As they progressed along their path, they discovered new horizons and opportunities. They explored unknown lands, met new friends and overcame new challenges. But their journey was just beginning, and even more exciting adventures and new challenges awaited them. Together with Sleepwalker and the other Pokemon, they were ready to take on any challenge and become the greatest trainers the Pokemon world has ever known. Chapter 8. Striving for the heights with every step, with every victory, Ash and his friends came closer to their goal, to become the best Pokemon trainers in the whole world. But they knew that on the way to the top there would always be new obstacles and challenges. Their friendship with Lunatic became stronger every day, and they learned a lot from each other. Lunatic passed on ancient wisdom and secrets to them, helping them become not only stronger in battle, but also wiser in decision-making. With each new battle, with each new meeting, they gained experience and skills that brought them closer to their goal. They grew in knowledge and skills, becoming increasingly ready to become great Pokemon leaders. And although difficulties and obstacles arose on their way, they did not give up. Together they coped with all the challenges, overcoming all obstacles on the way to their dream. So, every day, they approached the peaks of their path, ready to accept everything that awaits them there. Their adventure was just beginning, and they were ready for whatever challenges the future would bring. Chapter 9. Facing Fate. Great coaches always face challenges that test their strength, wisdom, and determination. For Ash and his friends, this test came suddenly, and they found themselves facing an unprecedented force that could change the course of their destiny. In the heart of one of the ancient temples, they found a mysterious artifact with enormous energy. This artifact, known as the Key of the Cosmos, was placed in ancient times to serve great trainers and Pokemon. However, the forces of evil also craved his power and sought to use it for their own purposes. When Ash and his friends tried to protect the artifact from dark forces, they became embroiled in a deadly battle that would determine the future of the world. They fought with Lunatic and their other Pokemon with desperate courage and determination, but the dark forces were strong. In their hands, an artifact could become either a source of hope and light, or a weapon of destruction and darkness. Ash and his friends realized that facing fate requires not only strength, but also wisdom. Their decisions and actions at this moment determined their true essence and influenced the future of the entire Pokemon world. Chapter 10. Victory of the Light. Amidst the raging battle and chaos, Ash and his friends found the strength and wisdom to confront the dark forces. With their Pokemon believing in their trainers and their mission, they were able to unite and fight for light and goodness. The moon rose in the sky, illuminating the dark temple with its blessed light. Ash and his friends looked at each other with determination in their eyes. With Sleepwalker leading the way, they walked towards the heart of the temple, where dark forces waited, ready to battle for control of the artifact. The battle was fierce, full of sparkling attacks and powerful techniques. But in the end, the power of friendship, faith, and hope proved stronger. Ash and his friends teamed up with their Pokemon in a last-ditch effort to protect the artifact from dark forces. When the final blow was struck and the final call was made, the dark forces were defeated. The artifact, the Key of the Cosmos, was safe, and light defeated darkness. Ash and his friends left the temple, feeling tired, but also the joy of victory. With Sleepwalker next to them, they stopped, looking up at the sky, where the stars were shining brighter than ever. Their journey continued, but now they knew that no matter the difficulties and trials, they would always be protected by the strength of their friendship and faith. New adventures and challenges awaited them ahead, but they were ready for them, because they were together as true friends and inseparable allies. Chapter 11. New Horizons. After the triumphant victory, Ash and his friends continued their journey filled with joy and hope. They traveled to different regions, meeting new friends and overcoming new challenges. With Sleepwalker next to them, they felt invincible, ready for any challenge that fate could throw at them. They learned to appreciate every moment of their adventure and see it as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. But even in the brightest moments of their journey, they did not forget about their responsibilities as trainers and protectors of Pokemon. They helped those who needed help and fought for justice and peace in the world of Pokemon and people. Their adventures were filled with new encounters, amazing discoveries, and unexpected plot twists. But every time they faced an obstacle, they remembered their past victories and believed in themselves and in the strength of their friendship. So, with each new day, they moved forward. Their journey was not just a search for adventure, but also a true desire for self-improvement and knowledge of the world. And although there would always be new horizons and challenges before them, They were ready for them because they were together as true friends and a single whole. Chapter 12. Returning home. After long adventures and incredible trials, the time has come for Ash and his friends to return home. They traveled through many regions, defeated great trainers, explored ancient temples, and helped those who needed help. Returning home was filled with a feeling of joy and nostalgia. Ash, Pikachu, Charmander and Mooney met with their families and friends, telling them about their adventures and sharing their impressions of the trip. But although their adventures in the world of Pokemon were exciting, for Ash and his friends, home was always a place where they returned with joy and gratitude. Here, among their near and dear people, they found true happiness and satisfaction. However, even after returning home, Ash and his friends knew that this was not the end of their adventures. New horizons and challenges will always await them ahead, and they were ready to meet them together, as true friends and like-minded people. Thus ended their great journey, but their story continued further, filled with new adventures, friendship, and hope for a bright future in the world of Pokemon. Chapter 13. New beginnings. After some time of rest and reconnecting with families and friends, Ash and his faithful companions decided it was time for new beginnings. They felt a thirst for adventure and a desire to explore even more of the Pokemon worlds. So they set out on their path again, ready for the new adventures and challenges that lay ahead. But this time they had additional motivation. They wanted to share their experience and wisdom with other trainers and Pokemon. Thus began a new stage of their adventures. They traveled to new regions, where they met new friends and encountered new Pokemon. They explored mysterious jungles, crossed dangerous mountain ranges, and traveled through endless deserts. In every new place, they found something new and surprising, expanding their horizons and deepening their knowledge about Pokemon and the world in general. And although there were difficulties and trials along their path, they always found the strength and determination to overcome any obstacles. So, with each new day, their adventures continued, and they were ready for what the future would bring. Together, like true friends and inseparable allies, they moved forward, ready for new beginnings and new opportunities that lay ahead. Chapter 14. Call of the Wild. During their adventures through new regions, Ash and his friends came across mysterious Pokemon that were closely connected to nature. These Pokemon had special abilities and could influence the world around them with their energy. The Pokemon they encountered lived in deep forests, high mountains, and even on the shores of oceans. They were part of nature and cherished it as their treasure. When Ash and his friends met these Pokemon, they felt like they were part of something bigger than just travelers. They learned that these Pokemon needed their help to protect their home from various threats. Together with these mysterious Pokemon, they became conservationists, fighting illegal mining, pollution, and other problems that threaten the natural areas of the Pokemon world. Ash and his friends realized that connecting with nature is not just their responsibility, but also their privilege. They were ready to become the voice of nature and protect it from everything that could harm its beauty and wealth. Their journey turned into a rescue mission that brought them new challenges, but also new satisfactions and amazing discoveries. Chapter 15. The Power of Unity. As Ash and his friends fought to protect nature, they realized that their strength did not lie only in their own efforts, but also in the strength of their friendship and unity with Pokemon. Together they formed an invincible team, capable of overcoming any obstacles. Each of their Pokemon contributed to the protection of nature. Charmander helped put out forest fires, Pikachu used his electrical powers to cleanse the water of pollution, and Sleepwalker brought his magic and wisdom to restore the balance of nature. They also teamed up with other trainers and their Pokemon who shared their passion for protecting nature. Together they created a force that never stopped facing a challenge and always strived for success. Each victory in the fight for nature's strength and their bond and self-confidence. They realized that their strength lies not only in their skills and abilities, but also in their devotion to each other and the common goal of protecting the Pokemon world and its surroundings. So their adventures continued, but now they knew that together they were invincible. The strength of their friendship and unity was the key to success in any situation, and they were ready for the new challenges that lay ahead. Chapter 16. Exploring mysterious mysteries. In their quest to protect nature and fight for peace, Ash and his friends began to explore the hidden corners of the Pokemon world, where ancient mysteries and secrets were hidden. They went into the depths of ancient forests, conquered the tops of inaccessible mountains, and explored mysterious underwater caves. On their journey, they met many mysterious Pokemon that they had never even heard of before. Some of them had amazing abilities, capable of changing landscapes and controlling the elements. Others were guardians of ancient knowledge and wisdom, ready to reveal their secrets to those worthy. Ash and his friends felt that every new step in their exploration led them to new discoveries and understanding of the world of Pokemon. They learned about the importance of balance and harmony in nature, how important it is to take care of the environment and respect the living creatures that inhabit it. Their journey was filled with amazing discoveries and incredible adventures, and every day they learned something new and exciting. But most importantly, they realized that the path of research and knowledge never ends, and there is always something more that can be learned and understood. Chapter 17. Meeting the legends on their journey. Ash and his friends not only explored nature and discovered its secrets, but also met Pokemon that were legendary. They heard stories of powerful beings who could control time, space, and the elements of nature. One day, wandering through ancient ruins, they came across a creature called the Keeper of Time. This mysterious Pokemon was a guardian of the past, present, and future, capable of shedding light on the mysteries of time and space. Another time they met the Lord of the Seas, a legendary Pokemon who controlled the elements and protected the ocean from dangers. His powerful abilities were majestic and amazing, but at the same time, he was a wise and fair guardian of the depths of the sea. These encounters with legendary Pokemon made Ash and his friends wonder about their place in the Pokemon world. They realized that even ordinary trainers can play an important role in maintaining balance and peace if they act with wisdom and compassion. Thus, meetings with legendary Pokemon inspired Ash and his friends to further adventures and find their place in a world filled with secrets and riddles. Their journey continued, but now they knew that they had a great purpose and mission in this world. Chapter 18. The Eternal Flame of Friendship. As Ash and his friends continued their adventures, they faced new challenges and trials that required their wisdom and courage. But their strength has always remained in their friendship and understanding with Pokemon. No matter how difficult it was for them to overcome obstacles, they always knew that they could count on the support of their faithful companions. Pikachu, Charmander, and Mooney were always there, ready to help them in the most difficult moments. Their friendship was like an eternal fire that illuminated their path and gave them the strength to move forward even when everything seemed lost. They knew that together they could overcome any obstacles and achieve any goals they set for themselves. This friendship was for them the most valuable treasure they had. They realized that ultimately, their success in life is not measured by the number of victories or wealth, but by the quality and depth of their relationships with others and with the world around them. And so, with each new day, they continued their journey, knowing that their friendship would always be with them, ready to light their way and give them strength to overcome any difficulties that lay ahead. Chapter 19. Return to roots. With each new adventure and discovery, Ash and his friends realized that their journey was not only about adventure and struggle, but also about finding themselves and their place in the world. They felt that the time had come to return to their roots, to the places where it all began. And so, they went to their hometown, where they first met their first Pokemon and began their journey. Here, among familiar roads and meadows, they recalled their first steps as coaches and their first victories. Returning to their roots, Ash and his friends realized how much they had changed since they first set out on their journey. They became stronger, wiser, and more open to new ideas and opportunities. But at the same time, they remained the same friends who could always rely on each other. Here, in their native place, they felt at home, surrounded by the love and support of their families and friends. They realized that no matter how far they travel, this will always be their home, a place they will always return to. And so, once again filled with strength and inspiration, Ash and his friends set out on a new adventure, knowing that their friendship and loyalty to each other will always be with them, ready to help them in any trials and challenges that await them in the future. Chapter 20. New Horizons. Once again on the road, Ash and his friends encountered new horizons and uncharted territories. They explored unknown regions, where every corner of nature seemed filled with secrets and mysteries. Together with their faithful Pokemon, they overcame the insurmountable and discovered new worlds. In each new place, they met new friends and opponents, learned from each meeting, and found themselves in new challenges. They did not forget about their previous victories and failures, but every day they were ready for a new challenge that lay ahead of them. Their journey was not just an exploration of the world of Pokemon, but also an exploration of themselves. They grew and developed, changed under the influence of every new experience and every new meeting. And although they did not always know what lay ahead, They knew that they could count on each other in any situation. So, with each new day, their adventures continued and they were ready for what the future would bring. Together, like true friends and inseparable allies, they moved forward, ready for new beginnings and new opportunities that lay ahead. Chapter 21. Light at the end of the tunnel. As Ash and his friends progressed on their journey, they encountered darkness and difficulties that sometimes seemed insurmountable. However, they always remembered that even in the darkest moments, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. This light for them was their friendship and support for each other, as well as faith in justice and goodness. They knew that even in the most difficult times, they could count on each other and overcome all obstacles together. With each new challenge, they only became stronger and wiser. They learned from their mistakes, grew from their experiences, and always strived for better. Their friendship was like a bright star in the sky, reminding them that they should never despair and always move forward. So, with every step forward, they got closer to their goal and realized that even the darkest times could be overcome if they stuck together. Their journey continued, but now they knew that they were invincible because their strength lay in their friendship and unity. Chapter 22. Returning home. After a long and difficult adventure, it is time for Ash and his friends to return home. Their hearts were filled with memories of past adventures, and their minds with the knowledge and wisdom accumulated during the journey. Returning home was filled with joy and warmth of meeting with families and friends. Ash, Pikachu, Charmander and Mooney were glad to be back in their familiar surroundings, but they also felt like they had changed and grown during their journey. They found peace and comfort in Ash's house, but they also knew that new adventures could await them in the future. Their journey was just the beginning, and they were ready for new challenges and opportunities that lay ahead. So, with memories of the past and hope for the future, Ash and his friends prepared for new adventures, knowing that their friendship and unity would always be with them, supporting them in difficult moments and rejoicing together in moments of victory. Chapter 23. New Beginnings. With homecoming, it's time for new beginnings. Ash and his friends felt a sense of adventure and a desire to explore even more of the Pokemon worlds. They realized that the world was so rich in diversity and opportunity that they wanted to experience it in all its forms. However, this time they decided not to go on a long journey. Instead, they decided to settle into their home and use it as a base for new adventures. They decided to become trainers and take part in competitions to test their skills and knowledge. Thus, Ash and his friends began their new lives as trainers. They prepared their Pokemon for competition, learned new strategies and battle tactics, and learned from other trainers to become even stronger. Together, they explored new aspects of the Pokemon world, discovering new types and varieties of Pokemon, as well as studying their behavior and characteristics. Their passion for adventure and exploration never waned, but only took on new forms and manifestations in their new roles as trainers. Chapter 24. New Friends and Challenges. As Ash and his friends entered the world of trainers, they met new friends and enemies. Competitions became their new battlefield, where they tested their skills and strived for new heights. With each new opponent, they learned something new. Every fight was an opportunity for them to grow and become stronger. They saw each of their opponents not only as a competitor, but also as a teacher who helped them realize their potential and expand their horizons. But it wasn't just competitions that gave them new friends and lessons. They also met Pokemon who needed help and people who were looking for new trainers for their Pokemon. They became a support for others and found new meaning in their lives. Thus, their new lives as coaches were filled with new friends, challenges, and opportunities. They realized that the path of a coach is not only the desire to win, but also the desire for improvement, growth, and friendship. And they were ready for the new adventures that lay ahead. Chapter 25. The Path to Mastery. With each passing day, Ash and his friends became stronger and wiser. Their constant training, competitions, and meetings with new trainers and Pokemon strengthened their skills and abilities. They strived for perfection and dreamed of becoming Pokemon masters. Their hearts burned with passion for Pokemon and the desire to become the best in their field. They did not stop there and always strived for new heights. For them, the path to mastery was an endless pursuit of perfection and self-improvement. They explored different fighting styles, experimented with team strategies, and honed their skills to perfection. Their Pokemon also grew and developed along with them, becoming stronger and more powerful under their caring guidance. With each new victory, they felt that they were getting closer to their goal. They understood that the path to mastery was a long and difficult path, but they were ready to go through it to the end because they knew that fame and recognition awaited them as great trainers. Chapter 26. Facing the past. As Ash and his friends strived for mastery, the past came to light. One day, on their way, they met a mysterious coach who turned out to be an old acquaintance of Ash. It was his rival from distant times, whose name sounded like a ghost from the past. Meeting this coach reminded them of the difficult times and difficulties they had overcome along the way. However, this coach brought with him not only memories of the past, but also new challenges and trials. He challenged Ash and his friends to a fight, this time in a more serious and decisive duel. It was a confrontation with the past that tested their strength and loyalty to their goals. But instead of running from the challenge, Ash and his friends embraced it. They realized that this meeting was not only an opportunity to compete, but also a chance to test their growth and development over time. Thus began their most serious fight, which determined their future and showed how far they had come on the path to mastery. Chapter 26. Facing the past. As Ash and his friends strived for mastery, the past came to light. One day, on their way, they met a mysterious coach who turned out to be an old acquaintance of Ash. It was his rival from distant times, whose name sounded like a ghost from the past. Meeting this coach reminded them of the difficult times and difficulties they had overcome along the way. However, this coach brought with him not only memories of the past, but also new challenges and trials. He challenged Ash and his friends to a fight, this time in a more serious and decisive duel. It was a confrontation with the past that tested their strength and loyalty to their goals. But instead of running from the challenge, Ash and his friends embraced it. They realized that this meeting was not only an opportunity to compete, but also a chance to test their growth and development over time. Thus began their most serious fight, which determined their future and showed how far they had come on the path to mastery. Chapter 27. Lessons learned. The fight with a past opponent became not only a test of strength for Ash and his friends, but also a lesson that they had to learn from past experiences. During the struggle, they realized that even if they had already achieved a lot, there was always something new to learn and improve. Every action and decision in battle required their attention, concentration, and wisdom. They discovered their strengths and weaknesses, and that their friendships and rapport with their Pokemon were their greatest assets. Although the battle was difficult and intense, it also became a source of inspiration and motivation for them. They realized that even in the most difficult situations you can find a way out if you believe in yourself and stick together. As the battle drew to a close, Ash and his friends felt that they had become not only stronger, but also wiser. They realized that their journey to mastery had just begun, and that they were ready for the new challenges and opportunities that lay ahead. Chapter 28. New Horizons. After the battle with their past rival, Ash and his friends felt that they had discovered new horizons for themselves. They realized that every challenge, every victory, and even every defeat leads them to new discoveries and opportunities. Now, with new lessons in their baggage and strengthened beliefs, they were ready for new adventures. Their passion for exploring the world of Pokemon did not fade, but only grew with each passing day, and they were ready to go further than ever before. Their path forward was littered with new opportunities and challenges. They were ready to explore new regions, meet new Pokemon and friends, and learn more about the Pokemon world and themselves. So, with renewed zeal and determination, Ash and his friends set off, ready for the new adventures and opportunities that lay ahead. Their hearts were filled with hope and anticipation of new discoveries, and they were determined to move forward, despite all obstacles. Chapter 29. The power of friendship. In their new adventures, Ash and his friends continued to realize the power of their friendship. Everything they achieved, they did together, next to each other and with their Pokemon. Their friendship was their reliable support in difficult times and a source of joy and inspiration in good ones. Every new trial and challenge, they faced only strengthened their bond. They shared victories and failures, supported each other in difficult moments, and celebrated successes together. Their friendship was like an impenetrable wall, protecting them from any adversity. With each new date, Ash and his friends realized that their strength was not only in their skills and the strength of their Pokemon, but also in their mutual support and understanding. Their friendship was their most valuable asset, worth more than any treasure or victory. So, with a soul and heart filled with love and devotion to each other, Ash and his friends continued their adventures, knowing that they would never be alone as long as they had each other. Their friendship was their strength, which inspired them to move forward even when all seemed lost. Chapter 30. Meeting Your Destiny. As Ash and his friends continued their adventures, they began to feel that every encounter and every event in their lives was part of their destiny. They understood that everything that happened in their lives had its own meaning and purpose. Meetings with new friends and rivals, trials and victories, all this shaped them, made them stronger and wiser. They began to see that each new adventure brought them to a new level of self-knowledge and understanding of the world around them. It was as if their lives were planned out in advance and every step they took was part of a larger puzzle of their destiny. They understood that they were on the right path, that their adventures came not only from their desire, but also from forces beyond their understanding. So, with each new day, Ash and his friends felt that they were getting closer to realizing their destiny. And although they did not know what awaited them ahead, they knew that they were ready to take on all the challenges that their fate would throw at them.